everybody's his friend. I mean, if you don't like Tom Apple, you got issues. You know, you really do. I mean, he's just that type of guy. I mean, always fun.
What I will tell you from a club member, he's the consummate club professional that you want.
Tom Apple has been a larger-than-life presence in Vail Valley golf for more than 50 years. The 40 most recent of those spent as the first and only PGA Director of Golf at Country Club of the Rockies. He's such a fixture that his name not only graces the club's Golf Learning Center, it also identifies an aisle in the neighborhood supermarket, and a special combination plate at Fiesta, the popular Mexican restaurant he frequents in Edwards. How many people, let alone PGA professionals from a private club, can claim that distinction? His photo with Vail legend Pepe Gromschammer even hangs on the Wall of Fame in Pepe's, the iconic restaurant and hotel in Vail Village. The man who became synonymous with Vail Valley golf actually grew up in Bucks County, outside of Philadelphia. His many accomplishments there include joining Arnold Palmer and Jay Siegel as a Pennsylvania high school state champion, qualifying for 2 U.S. Junior Boys Championships, and leading Penn State's golf team to the 1969 NCAA Nationals.
Tom, what made you move to Colorado? I mean, you were a good golfer and you were the high school champion in Pennsylvania. You were on the team at Penn State. What made you come to Colorado? He said, well, our school finally qualified for the NCAA, and it was at the Broadmoor. And I thought everything in Colorado was like the Broadmoor. And that's why I came to Colorado.
In 1973, Tom arrived as an assistant golf professional at Vail Golf Club, then the only course in the valley. He befriended developer Fred Green, who would open EagleVail Golf Club the following fall and hire Tom as its first head professional in 1975. Tom drew many of the nation's top players to the EagleVail Amateur, and by 1977, he began co-hosting the Jerry Ford Invitational, a celebrity-filled fundraising tournament starring the president who had just moved out of the White House and had a home in the valley, where he'd skied, played golf, and took lessons from Apple. The tournament attracted PGA Tour pros like Jack Nicklaus, Craig Stadler, and Tom Weisskopf. Sports figures and entertainers such as Clint Eastwood, Bobby Knight, Bob Hope, and Sammy Davis Jr. And politicians from both sides of the aisle every summer until 1996. The event put Vail on the golf map and raised millions for charity.
So we came here in '76, this was new, and there was nothing but reprobates up here. Literally was the Wild West. Tom was the opposite. He was always dressed appropriately, as a golf professional should be, and he was kind of the rock of common sense with all the idiots. So as he got into the Gerald Ford, he kind of subdued the outcasts that were mostly up here that were doing this thing. He became who he was, a man of dignity and great knowledge and the ability to deal with people. And I think that was a huge asset for Gerald Ford and the people that were running it up here.
By 1984, the impeccable golf management, instructional, and interpersonal skills Tom demonstrated at EagleVail and the Jerry Ford resulted in him becoming the first head PGA professional at the Jack Nicklaus-designed Country Club of the Rockies, Vail Valley's first private club, where he worked for the next 4 decades.
Probably my favorite memory and a great story about Tom is when Tom opened the back 9 holes here in 1985 with Jack Nicklaus. They played the back 9 together and had a wonderful time doing it. And Jack was, well, he was in his prime still. He won the Masters the next year. Wow, that was a big deal too. But yeah, Jack was great, and he and Tom have been friends ever since. They always have a big bet when Penn State plays Ohio State in football. So there's a standing bet with Tom and Jack here. So.
Why Tom is such a good golf professional is they have a presence that is very assuring. Whether it's business or whether you're taking a lesson, you want somebody that seems to know what they're doing. And Tom surely knows what he's doing with golf lessons. But he's got to deal with memberships. He's got to deal with people. He's got to deal with people of pretty high social status and people wanting to get their own way. most of the time. And he's got to be with them and teach them as club members. And he is a master of that, a master.
Master applies to Tom in many ways. In 1992, he became only the second Colorado-based PGA Master Professional, having written his thesis on golf at altitude. That mastery extends into all areas, as evidenced by multiple Colorado PGA and West Chapter awards. His talent in merchandising resulted in multiple publications voting Country Club of the Rockies among the top private golf shops in the nation. Tom's skilled mentorship has groomed more than 19 future head PGA professionals, and his instruction has refined thousands of golf swings. He honed his craft with such legends as Jim Flick, Jim McLean, Bob Toski, and Peter Costas, and worked 8 winters with Mike Adams and 20 of Golf Digest's top 100 teachers at PGA National Academy. He has brought Dave Pelz and Chuck Cook to lead clinics at the club, as well as David Ledbetter, who is a CCR member and close friend.
Tom's method in teaching is different for everybody, and that's what makes him great. He's brilliant at reading the person about what they need. Do they need real technical type of stuff? And for me, I am technical because I'm a surgeon, so I like when Tom draws lines on video pictures and says, okay, see this angle, it's at 32 degrees. Normal in the pros, it should be 45 degrees. If he's got somebody who's a beginner, they don't know any of that stuff, and that's not what he gives them. They said, okay, you're a good athlete. I just want you to free swing it and just use your hand-eye coordination that I know you've got.
Tom, my friendship for you exceeds a lot of things that I've ever done. Our chemistry kind of came together pretty good. And I've always admired you for the way you handle yourself as the PGA pro and as a person.
Tom recently retired to spend more time with his wife Annie, daughters Aubrey and Ashley, his grandchildren, and many friends. However, he continues to teach at his well-appointed eponymous learning center at the club and hosts the Vail International Pro-Am, a tournament he started 38 years ago. The event taps Tom's vast network of golf professionals from some of North America's top clubs, who lead 3 of their club members for a spirited 3 days of golf at Frost Creek, Country Club of the Rockies, and Red Sky, with substantial proceeds going back into the Vail community that has given him so much. The Board of Directors congratulates Tom Apple on his induction into the Colorado Golf Hall of Fame.